Hello, Elena.
Hello,
We are
Joshua.
recording now. We are on. We are live. Welcome to Dharma Portal. And today I have a guest here that I have very, very big love for. She has a big place in my heart. The first time I met you, I actually thought you were my sister or something. I felt connected with you instantly. It was interesting. We were both into this Flower of Life, Illuminated Heart workshop with Drunvalo Melchizedek in Sedona, Arizona. And I remember I came there with my partner. She's Russian. And we sat down in the chairs and she was sitting on one side and you were sitting on the other side. And for some reason, I just turned my head and started talking to you, like without even introducing me or anything. I just started talking to you like I'd known you for forever. And because you felt exactly like my wife, like it's same energy, very similar. So and since then we've been keeping contact, and you've been doing a lot of interesting projects. You also came here to teach the Illuminated Heart workshop here in Vilcabamba in Ecuador. So I'm so happy to do this interview. We're going to be introducing something very exciting. Anyway, welcome to Dharma Portal, Elena. I'm so happy to have you. Could you talk a little bit about your background, where you come from?
About my background, I am originally from Russia. What in particular to say, because life is so long now. By my first education, I am engineer, but all my life I was studying stuff about humans, about something bigger than we can see and touch in this reality. And it's happened, I started study human nature, human brain, human heart, and all interconnection around the human beings and more subtle energy around us. That is how I become a psychologist, hypnotherapist, coach. So my field is more working with people and helping them to reach maybe next level of consciousness, or open more opportunity in their life, or open their abilities, gifts, and everything which related with this topic.
Yeah, so many times when I catch you, you're always on the road, you're going somewhere, doing workshops, teaching, and always busy. It's very nice to see.
Thank you.
So this particular interview, I want to go in and look into this new thing that you're doing, which is an old thing. It's a new thing, but very old. And it's called what?
Autogenic training.
Autogenic training.
Yes.
Yes.
And thank you so much to mention it is new, but really it is very old. From my opinion, nothing new in this world. Everything which we learn came from old tradition.
Yes. Yes. So basically, I'm now 50 years old, and I had my near-death experiences since I was a child. So my whole life has been around spirituality and consciousness. I never was a so-called normal person doing normal things. And so I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt with a lot of stuff. And so, and I have kind of come full circle and realized that it's the simplest things that are the biggest, that is the most profound. It's the subtle things that are the most transforming in life. So when my partner, she was actually doing this autogenic training from you in Russian, and I saw the transformation happening for her, and I was like, and I'm super skeptical. I'm very I'm so it's so difficult to convince me that anything is actually worth my time, because I just tried all these things, and it's just in reality everything is very simple for human beings. So anyway, I saw this transformation in her, and I was like, so what is this? And she's like, autogenic training. Oh, okay, that sounds interesting. Okay, what are you doing? Well, I'm just sitting down, relaxing a lot, and going into a deep state of relaxation. and 5 times per day. And I saw the transformation in her, and I was just thinking, whatever it is this is doing, I'm actually quite curious. I want to know what this is. And it sounded like it was super simple. And that made me even more interested, because if it was something super advanced where you have to do all kinds of things, I think it's just, for me, it's just noise. But this is really essential and core and primordial. And it goes into the essence of who you are. So basically what I did is I contacted Elena, and then I said to her, you only do this in Russian? And she was like, well, so far, yes. And then I asked if you could do this in English, and because there's involving some recordings, etc. And so you actually went straight into this project and started doing this and did the recordings and transcriptions and all that stuff into English. And so I basically had the chance to try this, and I love it. It's amazing, and I want everybody to do this. So that's my background story with this. But could you explain? Let's rewind back to the beginning. What is this, and how did you get involved with this?
Mm-hmm. I was surprised as well, Josh, really, because as you know, I practice different meditation, different style of meditation, different spiritual practice. It is like whole my life, really. And then when I study at university, I love to study and deep my knowledge all the time to bring people more information. I found about Autogenic Training. I heard about this before, but as you said, everything is simple. And very often people think, oh, I know this, I heard about this. We didn't practice. We can know here a lot, but we don't bring this in our life. And when I found this, my feeling was the same. Oh, I knew about this, I heard about this, blah, blah, blah. And when I started practicing by myself, I was completely surprised. So simple, but it works so deep. What I understand, we need to learn in very deep level how to communicate or how to connect with our body and mind. And when this connection happened, then miracles start happening. I have so many feedbacks from people what they improve during Autogenic Training marathon. Really, I was not ready for this. I was completely surprised. And then I started doing this more often. And every time when I run marathon, I was surprised again, and again. That is a very short story, because the same as you. Before I practice advanced spiritual meditation, advanced ancient spiritual practice, but this one simple, and it is based on science. Remember, I mentioned I am engineer by first education. I am very logical, and you know me. That is why I prefer when some spiritual knowledge based on science. Why?
Yes.
Because then our brain understands. And when
Yes.
our brain understands how it works, we can go deeper without doubts from here.
I'm exactly the same, and which is why this works for me.
Yeah.
If I can't have a scientific explanation, it doesn't work for me. I can't just do this like imagination stuff, like spiritual fluffy. It has to also be grounded and very provable and tangible. And this is. So could you talk a little bit about what is the history of Autogen, what it is, where did it come from, who created it, where did it come from, all that stuff?
Yes. It was created 100 years plus minus ago in Germany by a German man. His family name is Schulz, and he did different experience about this. And this technique became really, maybe not really popular, but type of popular at that time in Germany. Probably.
How long time ago is this?
It's a good question. As far as I remember, around 100 years ago. And because we didn't have internet at that time, probably it could be more, become more famous. But at the
Yeah.
same time, they use a little bit there, a little bit there. In Russia, in some stage, people use autogen training on different reasons. Sometimes doctors use to help people to recover from different problems. Sometimes they use for sportsmen to help them to achieve better results in sport. Also, it was used for creative people to open their creativity, let's say to sing or to paint their beautiful painting. So, but most for relaxation and working with health issues.
Yeah.
And when I found this work from professor of university. He established university where I study, and he told his story. He is interesting man who did a lot during his life. He's Russian. His family name is Kozlov, Nikolai Ivanovich Kozlov, pretty famous in Russia. He published lots of books. He really lived bright life and bring lots of good tools to people. And what he told me, he told Elena, using autogen training, I changed lots of different areas in my life. For example, when I decided to write the book, it was a challenge for me. I never had this experience and I really didn't know how to start using autogen training. He published, I don't remember how many, lots of books now.
Oh, wow.
Yes, lots. Also, he is doing, since childhood, he is doing karate, and he is good with this. And he told, I was surprised, but using autogen training, my results become so great. I even didn't expect this. Then he was born in the family, his father is artist. And of course, when a kid born in the family where somebody can teach him how to draw, he told, I was very good with painting details and all stuff, but I couldn't do like, how to say properly in English, like he couldn't do more creativity in bigger scale. And he told, I decided to check if I can do something more rather than I can do now. And again, he used autogen training. And what he did, in his kitchen, he created on the wall beautiful pictures. And he told, I was surprised. All my friends and family was surprised because I didn't expect this from myself. Then, even he told me, I opened university because of autogen training. Because this simple practice helps people, what I said before, but plus we can do much more during the day rather than without autogen training. And even doing, let's say, double different things during the day, at night, we can be still fully alert and have lots of energy. For me, it was like, wow. And I feel similar.
Yeah. So there is a saying in the Vedic traditions that if you're so busy and you have too little time in your life, like in every day you're too busy and you don't have any time, then it's even more important to sit down and be still for just like 15-20 minutes. Because what happens is when you become centered and restful internally, everything you do becomes so much more efficient. You become so much better at doing whatever it is that you're doing. Your inner divine qualities will start blossoming once you start reconnecting to the inner self. And that happens through the body, the mind, and the spirit. And so this autogen is, for me, the way I see it, is the perfect tool for that. So people are going to have all kinds of different qualities popping up and coming up and out in them, plus the health benefits. You start feeling better in the body and less stress and less tiredness, more energy, etc. So basically, this is something that was picked up in Russia. So it was created in Germany, and then it kind of like disappeared from the view of the masses. It's kind of like became small and disappearing almost. And then in Russia, it's been picked up on and used and utilized in a serious manner now. And then that's how you got to hear about it. Now you're bringing it. So you're living in Australia, and so you're in an English-speaking country, and so you're going to now try to bring it into the English-speaking Western world countries, for anybody who's interested to do this, and rewrite this and bring it back to life.
With much pleasure, because what we said before, you can read the book about autogen training. There are few books available on the market, but most important to practice, to feel how it works, and to make this your second nature. Why we do this? Again, scientifically proved. When we practice something on a regular basis, we change neuropaths within our brain, and we will make these paths pretty strong. Then, first of all, that is why I love marathons, because marathons give people opportunity to practice regularly. Our marathon takes 5 weeks. And when I create this marathon, I use, again, scientifically proved information, how this practice works on the body, because autogen training has specific structure. And every week we will learn one step, then next step, then next step, then next step. And what it does, as I said, we change our neuropaths, we make them strong. And when marathon finish, you will have this habit to do this every day. Plus, it will be deeper. The more you practicing, the easier you go to this stage, and the more benefit you can bring to yourself. One more thing, Josh, can I share about one more thing about this professor? He is practicing autogen training 30-something years. Of course, he is master in this. And when I speak with people who work with them, they told, sometimes we have meeting, business meeting, university, and if some topic comes on the surface where he don't need to be involved, he just asks us, do you need me? And we told, And then he asked, I give you 15 minutes, it's enough to discuss this topic. They told, yes. He told, okay, then I am going to relax. And he just do like this, and he follows sleep, but it is not sleep. It is very interesting stage. Exactly after 15 minutes, he wake up, feel full of energy, and he told it's equal, this 15 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, sometimes 5, depends, equal few hours proper sleep during the night. It's amazing how we can save time during the day.
Yeah.
It's just really it's magic.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And, you know, before this autogen here, I actually can tell you, I've been practicing. So basically, I've been practicing meditation my whole life, as long as I remember. And basically, just for people to understand, meditation is a stage, is a place where it's not sleep and it's not wakefulness. It's in between, right? And think about this for a second. When you sleep at night, your mind is super busy with dreams. It's so busy that your eyes are moving back and forward. Like you have the REM sleep, like you're busy at night. Your mind is busy at night. Then you wake up, your mind is busy at daytime. All the whole day, you're busy. So basically your mind is busy nonstop. It's never having rest. There's no peace, except when you go in and do a meditation. Now, meditation for some people, they think that it's you have to sit and be super alert and like really no, it's a relaxation. So you go in between. You're not sleeping and you're not awake. Well, you're awake, but you're awake in a different way. You're moving away from the what I call the problem-solving consciousness, the dualistic consciousness, into a much deeper state. And so for me, I have done meditations like this my whole life. And I usually, every time I can feel I'm getting tired, I just sit down, I close my eyes, and I do this relaxation, meditation, and I have tons of energy after that. It's better than sleeping for a couple of hours. 15 minutes, better than than several hours of sleep. Now, what is the difference between hypnotherapy, hypnosis, the hypnotic state, meditation, and autogen?
Mhm. Big question. Let's just touch each, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
You mentioned about meditation, and you and me, we meditate a lot. What I found, because when I conduct workshops, and yes, you're right, before pandemic happened, I travel a lot around the world doing workshops in different countries for people from different nationalities, cultures. What I found, sometimes people called meditation, but really it is not a meditation. Sometimes people think if I sit quiet, it's not about you. I mean, some people do really good work, but some people think I just need to sit quietly and then I can think about anything. And it is the same what you mentioned before. Brain still busy, lots of thoughts there, lots of doubts there. It is not a meditation. It is something different. Yeah. Autogen training. And also, look, there are so many different types of meditation, which people call meditation. We have dynamic meditation, we have concentration meditation, we have meditation of visualization, and so, plenty of them. Let me speak about autogen training. Autogen training has 3 states, and it is first stage, immerse in this training, then positive suggestions, and then exit. Remember, I mentioned about my professor who opened lots of abilities for themselves. Why he did this? Because he used positive suggestions. For example, to create a book, to paint his kitchen in beautiful painting, or to reach better results in his sport, and so, or to open university, yes. So each stage has its own specific, which explain during the marathon, and which we will be practicing every single week during the marathon. How autogen training, what is the difference between self-suggestions? Yes, we can also do self-suggestions, but what happened very often, we may experience internal resistance. And then doesn't matter what we try to suggest to ourselves, this resistance is here and it doesn't work for us. In autogen training, this resistance will be removed using a specifically built system. That is what is great. And then
I just want to say to the listeners, this part here is extremely important. So pay attention to what she's saying right now. You have, if you're trying to self-suggest yourself into manifesting this and that, there is resistance. You have the mind actually works against itself, because the mind actually exists on many levels and layers. So with autogen, you're removing all that. And that means you got a clear path access to what I would call direct creational forces that can go in and start molding life like a magician, because everything is pure consciousness anyway. This is all a dream, so we might as well just have a nice one, right? So we are going in, we are manipulating this dream. So could you please go in as much detail about this step here as possible, because this is so important.
As hypnotherapist, I know when I work with people, what we do usually to help people to recover, we put people in specific stage where their subconscious mind open to receive positive suggestions. Yes, you can go and visit a practitioner every day or every week to receive some stage, like as I mentioned before, something which you would like to improve in your life. Or you can learn how to do autogen training, and then you can do lots of miracle stuff for yourself. And yeah, we are not going to do just learn how to do this and improve our life. Also, in the program of marathon, I will show you how to do your personal recording, and we will learn how to create a body of autogen training. Then we will learn the topic how to perfectly create your positive suggestions so your brain can understand each and there are no resistance. Plus, of course, we use some system of autogen training as well. And after this, I show you how to do pretty good recording using just your laptop at home or computer at home. And then after autogen training, if you would like, of course, you can listen recording which you will be given during the marathon, or you can create your own recording and then you can put in your telephone or your computer and listening this every time when you need to have a rest or to improve your health conditions or to reach your goal in the life. So I think it is absolutely amazing tools and you never lose them. It is the same like you ride to learn to ride bicycle. Yes, after this you can do this easy all the time. 5 weeks, but of course we need to work during these 5 weeks, and during this to make it easy and to be sure everyone complete perfectly 5 weeks. During the marathon will be some type of game. We will have a team competition which bring more joy, more, you know, like fun in this marathon.
Yes.
Be sure it will be not boring stuff. It will be great. It will be fun, and also it will be lots of relaxation. And even during these 5 weeks, as I mentioned, usually everyone receives so many different benefits, and you will be surprised even before you finish marathon.
So I can't wait to do this myself, because I just did it alone myself for those 5 weeks, and I think it's going to be much more interesting as well to do it as a group. And also the way you explain it to me is there's a competition in the sense of who can be the most, you know, following to actually getting it done. And if you're missing out, then somebody doesn't miss out and you missed out, then they are having more points than you or something. You know, the competition aspect is good because it creates accountability, and you are more disciplined and you get to do it. So I like that. I'm looking forward to that. I thrive in that stuff. And so okay, so basically, I don't know what else should we touch upon. Like, I would like to talk a little bit about in those recordings that you're doing. I can hear that what you're saying at one point you're saying certain things and then you're saying other things and all, and the choice of your words, it's not some random stuff. It's very specific. Could you talk a little bit about that, how this works? Because I'm quite amazed how this feels, but there must be some science behind it, right?
Yes, there is specific structure for our brain, easy to understand, and also specific structure for positive suggestions. That is why when you create this perfectly for yourself, it will work for you. And also positive suggestions, yes, positive suggestions. You can change them for different purpose of this life period. Let's say you would like to do this, you create your new autogen training recording, or you would like to do this, it will be this one. We will cover these topics during the marathon, and also, of course, it will be lots of opportunity to ask the questions. You can type in the group, or you can send voice message, or also during the marathon, we will have 3 Zoom meetings where we cover questions and where we'll be more teaching about all stuff.
And what if somebody is busy and they're missing a Zoom meeting or something? Will it be recorded? Did they get emailed out?
Yes, we will record and everyone receive it, and even more, you can ask question anytime. And for team who won this marathon, of course, we prepare some prize, but we will
Okay.
speak about this later.
Okay. Okay. So there's a secret surprise.
Yes.
So if somebody is interested in this, but they have a full-time job and 4 children and 2 dogs and 24 cats and something, and they're very busy people, what does this entail? What is the commitment here? What is needed?
Thank you for this question, because my biggest group was about 200 people, and most of them have family with kids, have full-time job, and also study. And they told, oh, we probably can't do this. But then their feedback was, my God, we did during these 5 weeks double every day because we have lots of energy and we need less sleep during the night. So
Yeah.
suggestion was, when you wake up, put your alarm, if you wake up using alarm clock, 15 minutes earlier rather than you wake up usually. And switch on recording. You are listening 15 minutes. Then, during the break, lunch break and work, you don't need to be in some super position. You can sit in your office chair and switch on recording and listen it. And then before go to bed, the same. So it is very organically mixed with your daytime, but benefit is great.
So, there's where there's a will, there's a way. You can do it. So how many times? So you do the 15 minutes. How many times per day do you do that?
Ideally 5 times, but if you don't have this 5 times, 3 times easily. Remember, morning, night, and in the middle. Possible.
Yeah. I definitely got when I did it. The thing is, I did the 5 weeks and now I kind of stopped, which is really bad, but I must admit that I did. But I'm excited to get back on it, and I want to start it off again. When we start up here, that will be my thing. But anyway, when I did it, I was definitely feeling lots of energy, much more energy, but also not just more energy. I also felt more positive. And I could also feel that the way I was, because I was in a very stressful situation with the building construction and stuff, the way I reacted to conflicts and problems and all that stuff was much better. So I know what this can do, and that's why I wanted to share this with others. I want everybody to do this, and for anybody listening out there, a lot of good stuff is coming out of Russia, and Russians are very good at picking up at stuff that actually works. They're very result-oriented kind of people. That's what I can say. I know Russians enough to know that I'm paying attention to when a lot of Russians are interested in it, and it's very simple. It's super basic, foundational stuff. Then I pay attention. So this is one of these things that it sounds too good to be true, and it sounds too simple to be a thing, but it's a thing because it's going to be foundational changes that happens within you. So I really recommend people to try to look into this and see if it's for them and if they're interested. So when are we going to start up these 5 weeks? Did we even decide on a date yet?
Probably it will be sometime in September.
Sometime in September, we start. And how much will this cost, these 5 weeks?
We really make this very affordable for people, because the tools which you receive will be great benefit for whole your life. Plus, this period of time which we are like humanity living now, very stressful, lots of confusion happening for people. And I think to help yourself, to help your body, it is very good to receive this tool and apply to your everyday life. That is why it will be affordable, it will be given in the way with really easy to apply. And can I also, Josh, share just few? I need to translate feedback from the people. I have many video feedbacks and written feedbacks, but
testimonials.
Testimonials. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I need to translate them and maybe on the video put subtitles so people can read. As I mentioned, I was surprised. For example, one lady who did this marathon, she did with her daughter who just recovered from cancer. She is from this recovering period now, and she had lots of pain. Interesting is, I think on the second week of marathon, as far as I remember, her pain disappeared. And I think it is just amazing. Another lady, she had chronic lower back pain. She told, I didn't think I can do this. She told, it's even was not in my mind, pain gone. Another lady has migraines and she suffers this since, I don't remember how old she was. She is a doctor, by the way. And she told, I have Panadol or any other painkillers everywhere, in my working place, in my wallet, in my bag, at home, everywhere, because when this migraine starting, I should drink straight ahead, otherwise I can lose my consciousness because pain horrible. She did this marathon. She never think to work with her migraine in this way. And one day she emailed me and she told, Elena, it was miracle. I don't know why this today, instead of taking Panadol, I switch on recording and pain gone. It's never happened to me before.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. Another case. It was, I think, third week of marathon, and one lady has had a surgery. It was planned one. I don't think it's something serious. She didn't share with us, but still surgery. When she came to hospital, she told I was so nervous. And her blood pressure was so high. And doctor told her, you have 15 minutes to work with your emotions. If you won't drop your blood pressure, you will have local anesthesia instead of full. And she told, when I heard local, I feel scared even more. Then I tell myself, I need to do autogenic training because I need to work with my blood pressure. Miracle, 15 minutes later, they check her blood pressure, normal. Or sometimes people need hours to fall asleep.
Yes, insomnia.
Yeah. They told, thanks God, now we can sleep 15 minutes, sometimes even before this recording finish, we fall asleep and we sleep nicely all night. From my opinion, it is very, very great because we need proper sleep during the night to reprocessing all stuff which happening during the day. And it is very great help. Also, according to scientific or medical research, what they found, I even read because it is medical terminology, so I will be reading, sorry for my pronunciation if I pronounce not correctly. They told autogenic training showed a good result in the treatment of disease based on emotional stress, which we called psychosomatic disease, as well as the treatment of disease associated with smooth muscle tension, which is bronchial asthma, the initial period of hypotension, then angina,
angina,
pectoris, spastic pain in the gastrointestinal tract, constipation, coronary heart disease, gastritis, and gastric and inguinal, and also eczema and psoriasis. I also was surprised because look how many different diseases we can heal, continue practicing autogenic training. Of course, maybe for some people miracle happened, like for people I mentioned before, and 5 weeks will be enough. For some people, you need to practice after this, maybe once, maybe 2 times per day, and also positive suggestions. Remember, positive suggestions also can make miracle and bring miracle into your life.
Yeah, so in a way you become your own therapist because you can make your own recordings.
Yes.
And you can, so you can do a super personalized autogen training system for yourself, and which is of course going to change as the years go by, and your desires will change, and there's going to be other things that comes up. But this is a tool for a lifetime. So you can basically use this. You can always make new versions, new recordings for yourself as well. So this is a lifetime tool where you can go and use this.
And you become independent. You can do anything you want to.
Yeah.
But 5 weeks, teamwork, and group energy, shoulder of your friend next to you, this make difference as well. Again, to change connection within our brain and to make this habit. And then all 2 tools to create your own, and then you go to the life independently, doing whatever you need for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Let me put it this way. I could see the difference for Elena, my partner, when she was doing it with a group. And then for me, I just got the recordings because I wanted to explore, and I want to know what this is. And so I used it and I tried it for myself, but I could see it was way more profound for Irina because she was in the group. And so the group energy, and that was how she got kickstarted into using this. So I'm personally looking forward to joining this class and see how it feels when you're going full on for 5 weeks like that. Also, I just want to mention one thing. There's a lot of research out there showing that of all the, except for traumatic injuries such as traffic accidents and stuff like that in hospitals, besides that, when people come to hospitals and are sick and have to get treatments, etc., there was research done, and they basically realized that about, I think it was 80 or 90% of all disease of sick people in hospitals were stress related to in some way or form with stress, anxiety, like it's the mind. It's basically, even allopathic medicine were basically admitting that. So there was some studies showing that. And so I'm actually not surprised at all with this long list of things that you've seen people recover from doing this, because it's really in our minds. We just need to learn to relax and get centered and get into that right state. And for me, the way I see this, you're basically entering a place where you are in a very, very impressionable state. You put yourself in a state where you can make the changes way easier than if you just try consciously, like to sit there and a lot of people are trying to manifest all kinds of things. They make these a big paper on the wall with all these pictures of what they want, and they're sitting trying to manifest this and that and all these things. And I always had this feeling that true manifestation, true creation of what really is driving you and what you're called towards, it happens when you're in a deep state of peace. And from there, these things spring out. And that's when things are becoming very potent and powerful when it comes to creation. So I find it very exciting that we are bringing in this old system again, coming out of Russia, and introducing this to the first world English-speaking countries again. I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen here.
Me too.
So thank you so much for your time, Elena. Is there a website where people can find you if they have questions?
Yes, there is a website. It's called www.explorebestlife.com. And then you can find AT marathon. It's mean Autogen Training Marathon. If you click there, all information will be there.
Explore Best Life?
Yes, one word, explorebestlife.com.
Explorebestlife.com.
Yep.
Okay.
We can
Okay.
put sign on this video later.
Yeah, let's see if we can figure out the editing. If we can figure it out, it's there right now.
Yes.
If not, you better just listen to the audio. Explorebestlife.com. People can reach you. Like, there's an email address to catch you on this website as well. And people can also sign up for the course on this. I know you already have a link now, and people can sign up.
Yes, yes, there is a button there, so everything is simple. Just press the button and follow the few steps.
Just to recap, the whole commitment is 3 Zoom calls, and you could have it as a replay. So if you can't make it, and then 3 to 5 times per day, 15 minutes for 5 weeks, and then it's just taking off on a rocket, and your life is going to start having some interesting changes happening.
Yes, plus we have team games. We will have chat in Telegram, so we will communicate daily. I mean, you don't need to sit and communicate daily, but we will be here for you if any questions. Also, you receive some exercise to go even deeper and improve if you would like to do something extra.
It's pretty simple, and you can go on her website and sign up, and we will start in sometime in early September, and then it's 5 weeks. I'm looking forward to meet you all in there. I'm new. I kind of sneak peeked into this and did my own little pre-run, but I'm totally new to the whole group thing. But I also promised I'm going to help Elena, assist her if she needs me to help with something. I'll be helping. So, but I'll see you in there, and I'm looking forward to doing this. This is going to be awesome.
And thank you so much to invite me for your channel. It was really a pleasure.
And maybe what we can do is, if you get a lot of emails with lots of questions, then we can maybe make another little short interview where we answer these questions and send this out to people as well. Because I'm sure we forgot to talk about something that somebody is going to be thinking about and having a question about. And I think it'll be good to bring this out so everybody can understand fully what it is that they're getting into. Okay. Thank you so much. Much love.
Much love. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.